On this season of Mat Wars King of the Mat, we bring you the same fast-paced grappling action, only this time with a twist. Our champion won't know who his match is against or if it's gi or no gi, but there's even more at stake. Whoever wins won't just win the match, but will win the right to continue his reign as Mat Wars King of the Mat.
I've fought Tristan twice. I've won twice by leg locks in no-gi division, so I was excited. I mean, I want to fight the toughest guys, and he's a tough son of a bitch. And that was probably last time I fought him was over, almost probably 2 years ago, and I've improved immensely, especially in my leg lock game since then. But I know he's improved too, so it'll definitely be a new Tristan, and I'm excited to get in there and mix it up. Well, we'll see if it's gi or no gi, because that really changes my strategy of attack and what's available, but just tightening up the mechanics and trying to really go for the finish. I know Tristan's going to be very well conditioned, and he's tough. He's an MMA guy, and he's not going to want to tap out there. So especially at his gym and in front of his fans and his teammates and his wife. So it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a good match. And gi or no gi, I'm ready to go in there and fix what I didn't do right last match. I mean, really, anytime I put my name and my gym on the line, I want to win a lot. What does it mean in terms of, in the long run, does it weigh on my psyche in everyday life? No, I train every day. This is what I do. This is another day in the gym, and just like Tristan, he trains multiple times a day. I'd be crazy to say that I'm not nervous at all, but fuck, that's what we do here. We fight. Let's do it.
It's always nice to get any kind of competition in. I've honestly been looking for a fight for the last 6-7 months. I've been ready, and nothing's come along. So any chance to compete at all I was gonna jump on it. A guy like Matt, I've competed against Matt twice in competitions. He's beat me both times. Not a likelihood he's probably going to beat me again tonight, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to come at him and give him everything I got. And I got a few tricks up my sleeve, so we'll see what happens. I always dabble in everything. I love the new style, but especially when I'm thinking about fighting, I really think about the old school top game. Stay on top, be on top, control style. But I play with everything. I don't expect to be as good at Matt as what he's good at, because he's fantastic at what he's good at. But you got to be aware of everything out there. You got to know all the tricks. Maybe you don't have to be as able to do them all, but you have to know what's coming. And I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in most cases and how to shut it down. I guess time will tell, right? See if I can stop Matt from doing what he wants to do and do what I want to do. Don't care at all. I roll in gi 4 or 5 days a week. I roll no gi 4 or 5 days a week. So I feel like I'm good to go in either of them. I'm an MMA fighter. I'm always rolling with guys that are good at leg locks, because heel hooks are legal in MMA. So I feel like I'm pretty good at addressing them and shutting them down. And we'll see. Playing it safe for most of the time. I know if I try and get too carried away, that's where I'm going to leave openings and Matt's going to catch me. So I'm going to try and be tight and look to slowly progress and positionally beat him until I can get to a dominant position and look for my finish.
Tristan, because he is the home gym, gets the flip of the coin. If it's tails, it's no gi. If it's heads, it's gi. Go ahead. It is tails. No gi.
Yeah, man, Matt's really good. I knew he was going to be. You know, he was all over me the whole time. My game plan is to just try and not let him get too deep on anything, and try and look for him overcommitting on something. And you know, I wasn't making any mistakes. He just kept attacking. I could feel him, you know, breathing deeper, but you know, it wasn't enough. And then went to overtime, and you know, he was hard to shake, hard to get off me, and he is good at escaping. So what can I say? He did an awesome job, and don't have much else to say on that. He didn't have it locked up. He had the one arm, and he got it under my chin, but I did angle off pretty hard right away, so he wasn't able to sort of get a comfortable lock on it, and I felt pretty comfortable. I'm pretty good at getting out of chokes. It's kind of my strong point. I'm a lot easier armbar than I am to choke, and I felt pretty safe there. Like, I mean, if he could have readjusted and got his position a little better behind me and locked it up, sure, but at that point, no. It's great having all your guys around you, and having Matt bring all of his guys out. It's a really fun environment. Now the comp's over, we can all go roll and talk about it and have a good time.
Yeah, well, you know, I think I dominated the match, and positionally had answers for everything he did. Racked up the scoreboard, but you know, that's not what we're fighting for. We're fighting for the finish. I knew Tristan's going to be super hard to submit. You know, he's an MMA guy, and he's really strong. I've rolled with him before. He doesn't like to tap, like I mentioned previously, and you know, I had that deep rear naked choke in overtime, but just couldn't get the finish. And all in all, I guess I'm somewhat happy with it, but just couldn't secure the W against him. Couldn't get a sniff of the legs on him. I think he was expecting me to go for the legs, so you know, every chance he got, he prevented me from grabbing them. And man, he's a tough guy. He's a hard guy to submit, but you know, I'll be ready for the next one. You know, not really. I mean, I fought him twice. In my guard, he was really strong. I knew he'd be hard to get anything from my guard, any arm bars. He's used to teeing off on guys from there and not getting submitted. So I was impressed with his base, but then when I got on top, past his guard, got to his back. By the time we got to overtime, my forearms were gassing out a little bit because I was utilizing a lot of Kimura control and a lot of motorcycle control, so I was using my forearms a lot. And yeah, nothing really surprised me too much. And I knew that submissions would be scarce against Tristan too. I'm always going to be hunting for the finish. That's why I like doing this, is because it showcases the finisher, and unfortunately I couldn't get the finish this time. But you know, I'm still pretty happy with how my positional play was, and yeah, I like to think that I dominated the match. Couldn't get the finish, but got to take some positives away from it and work on the negatives for the next time.